You know that feeling of starting to learn a new language and then you just drop it. You just fail. I know it, I've been through it. But after many years learning languages like English, Spanish, Italian, German, French, I've learned how to do it. I've learned that you need to take a step back and learn like a baby does. As simple as that. Hey y'all, I'm Daniel, a Brazilian polyglot who loves speaking and learning new languages, and I'm here to show you the method that I discovered that really works, man. I hope that I can help you with this video. People all around the world, they learn languages for different reasons. Work, vacation, family, their roots, where they come from, or just as a hobby. But what is the best way to do it? Well, first of all, I'd like to clarify that there is no ultimate best way to learn a language. But hold on, we might have some stuff that can help you find your best way to learn a new language. And in order to have this personalized study plan, you need to have and follow these 4 simple steps that I'll give you in here. First of them is finding a good motivation. What is your motivation? Why are you learning this new language? It's crucial to know this because once you start getting more and more advanced in the language, more challenges will come and you will need to have this motivation really alive so that you can keep studying it. You know, when you get to learn all of the tenses and different verbs and phrasal verbs in English, for example, or how to conjugate the verbs in the Latin languages, wow, it gets a bit tricky. But you gotta stick to the plan. You know why you're doing that, and that will help you reaching your final goal, which is speaking the language. The second point would be having interest in material. So that would be not boring textbooks that you can barely go through a page without falling asleep. Nobody can bear reading, listening, watching, or talking about something that is not interesting to you or something that you can't really understand. It needs to be enjoyable and comprehensible. You need to understand, not everything, but at least kind of understand what is going on in the big picture. So try finding nice and authentic, that is real content, so that you can keep on learning faster and in a more enjoyable way. You could start maybe with some books that you have already read in another language and you know all the story. The same applies to movies and series and cartoons and everything. Just look for something that you already know what is going on and then apply it to a new language. Myself personally, I like to follow some YouTube channels, a lot of podcasts. I also download some apps like Duolingo, for example. This is not a sponsored video, but it's nice to start from somewhere, finding some interesting content. But this is not everything. The most important, I would say, it's called the immersion, when you really immerse yourself in the language. And that is, I don't spend just 1 or 2 hours a week studying French. No, I like to make an immersion in that. So I try to put my phone in the language that I'm learning. I like to speak to myself, even when I don't have anybody to talk to. I just try to describe the moments. For example, I remember this day I had to go to the supermarket and I was learning Italian. So I was like in Italian and speaking. Okay, I'm just going downstairs and I've just walked past this door. I think I don't know this neighbor very much. I don't know his name. But anyway, now I'm opening the door and now, oh, there is my car. I can see it. So let me get the keys. You see, a very basic exercise. I'm just describing the moment and I'm trying as good as I can with the vocabulary that I have. I just describe the moment. So the language cannot be like a task that you will do. It needs to be a part of your daily life. So just watch YouTube, read the news, listen to podcasts, or maybe just do like me and open a YouTube channel so you can practice some more English. The last point, I would say that it needs to be enjoyable. And not only the material, not only the source, not only the person you're talking to, but also the process. Just enjoy the process. It's not a race. It's not something that you are competing to see how fast you learn. I know that sometimes we have some objectives, some trips, some goals at work we need to do, but relax and enjoy the process. Remember, Today, you gotta be better than you were yesterday. Don't compare yourself to other people who maybe learn faster or they have a bigger background knowledge on that language. Just compare you to yourself yesterday and enjoy the process. It needs to be something that you will really like, that you will wake up every day, maybe motivated to listen to that podcast that you love. Or maybe you just listen to that song that just made you cry the other day. I don't know, it has to be something that will touch you, something that is really personal, something that you will like and enjoy. And the process, the process is amazing. People sometimes they get too anxious about it, but remember what I said in the beginning? Learn like a baby does. I've never seen a baby in my life complaining that he doesn't speak English or Portuguese or Spanish or Arabic or any other language. No, I've never seen that myself. Babies, they just try. They make mistakes. They don't worry about making mistakes. They just do it and people find that funny. So why can't we as adults learn a new language without being judged, without making 100 mistakes a day? Just make the best out of the process. As a wrap up, let's say the 4 points once again. You need to know what is your motivation to learn that language. This will help you later down the road. You also need to have some interesting and authentic material so you can get exposure to the language and then you can get some input and then later down the road you get some output. In order to do that, you need the third point, that is the immersion. So you need to be immersed in the language. Not only learn 1, 2, 3 hours a week, but 10 minutes a day, that will do the job. And last but not least, it needs to be enjoyable. Enjoy the process. Don't worry about time. Don't worry about comparing yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Well, that was the video. Hope that you guys can enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel so you can support me, so I can bring you guys more videos about learning language, my process and everything in all the language that I'm learning. Leave a comment down below if it was helpful or not. It will also help me producing better videos to you guys. Hope to see you next time. Peace.